the 3 o'clock news with Jed Barber. We start with some breaking news. Jack Nowell and Sam Underhill have both been ruled out of England's Six Nations game against France on Saturday. Captain Dylan Hartley is also a doubt for the game in Paris. Nowell will play no further part in the tournament after an ankle injury, whilst Underhill will be assessed ahead of the final game against Ireland. Liverpool won't make any changes, says manager Jurgen Klopp. He is expected to name a strong side despite being 5-0 up on aggregate. This means the likes of Sadio Mane and Roberto Firmino are still in contention. No team has ever overcome a margin this big in the Champions League knockout stage. Paris Saint-Germain will have the comforts of their home support as they look to overturn a 3-1 deficit against Real Madrid. They will have to do it without their big money summer signing Neymar, who is out for 3 months after suffering a foot injury. Brazilian teammate Dani Alves says they can cope without their star player.
You always have two options. Sit down and cry, or get up and get on with it. It's true that with Neymar, PSG is much stronger, and without him, it is still strong, because there are other players. I insist we will get on and fight to win.
After Davide Astori's shirt number had been retired at Fiorentina and Cagliari following his sudden death over the weekend, Tottenham manager Mauricio Pochettino has talked about how he nearly signed him at Southampton. Pochettino says he is devastated by the death of the Italian defender.
I think it's a massive tragedy. I had the possibility to meet him 5 years ago because it was in our idea to sign him when I was in Southampton, and I spent 3 hours with him taking a lunch, and I think was a great kid, great people, great professional, great player.
Bradley Wiggins has been left shocked by the recent doping allegations made against him. A report from MP said Wiggins and Team Sky had used performance-enhancing drugs in their Tour de France campaigns. Yet both the 5-time Olympic champion and Team Sky strongly deny the allegations, claiming someone is trying to smear their names. Now on to tennis, where Serena Williams is finally set to return to the sport. The 23-time Grand Slam champion will compete on the WTA Tour at the Indian Wells in California for the first time since giving birth. Williams featured at an exhibition tie-break tennis tournament in New York last night. She says she is motivated by the thought of playing long enough for a 6-month daughter to have memories of watching her. McLaren has hit fresh trouble in the second pre-season Formula 1 test. They have suffered a double electrical shutdown, leaving Stoffel Van Dorn with only 7 laps under his belt. Due to these faults, Ferrari and Mercedes look the strongest two teams, with both sides posting impressive times. Now onto a local roundup of news where Lucy Hawkins is making a splash. She was crowned junior champion at the British National Championships in Plymouth. The 17-year-old has been diving on the 10-metre platform for 7 years, training over 15 hours a week, and it has finally paid off after outscoring 12 other competitors. More local news with AFC Tottenham, who tonight will travel to league strugglers North Lee in the Evo Stick West League. And a win would put them back into promotion contention. We are joined by reporter Luke Dennis, who has previewed the action.
Craig Feeney is expected to come back into the starting lineup tonight for Tottenham in place of veteran striker Nathaniel Sherborne, along with Dave Allen, who's set to be replaced by young centre-back Callum Chugg, who has impressed in recent weeks. Should results go the Stags' way, they could end the night in 6th position, lifting them into the playoff places.
Recapping on a few stories from earlier, Phil Mickelson's odds for the Masters have nearly halved following his victory at the WGC Mexico Championships on Sunday. Before the tournament, the 47-year-old was in fine form and was available at 33-1. In the 2 days since the 5-time major champion defeated world number 2 Justin Thomas, his odds have been slashed to 18-1. The Masters begin at Augusta in just under a month's time. More on the Canelo story now. Mexican boxer Saul Alvarez tested positive for a performance-enhancing drug following meat contamination. His fight against Triple G on the 5th of May is scheduled to go ahead. It has been accepted by a World Anti-Doping Agency accredited lab that the drug found in Alvarez's system is within the range of what is expected from meat contamination. That is all we have time for now, but we will be back in an hour with more sports updates. You can follow us on Twitter and Facebook, where we will also be updating you.